We'll take a look at this scenery. I don't know if you can hear the sound, but a crackling sound, which is all the trapped air, CO2 and oxygen, nitrogen, all the other just air that's been trapped in some cases for thousands of years inside the glacial ice that is now flowing into the, I'm going to try and say this correctly, the Drygalski Fjord in the southeastern tip of South Georgia Island. Absolutely breathtaking. So we've come into this fjord, which has a massive glacier emptying into it, as you can see behind me, and at least 2 or 3 other glaciers. And we've seen ice at the edge of the glaciers calving into the sea and creating these big splashes that you've perhaps seen on other videos. And the color of the water is just stunning, this aquamarine blue, a little bit of milkiness in it from the minerals being carried down the mountains from the glaciers in this process of glaciation. Just a breathtaking sight, one of many. It's hard to keep track of them all on this expedition though, so far, but here we are, the 2nd of December, and our second stop for the day. First was a zodiac tour to see some macaroni penguins, and here the Drygalski Fjord. Absolutely spectacular. We're now back on the open seas. We're heading at about 139 degrees, sort of west-southwest, towards the northern tip of Antarctica, and hopefully to an intersection with the path of the total eclipse on December 4th. Honestly, at this point, it's looking a bit grim. Right now, we're in heavy seas and gray skies again. As soon as we left the island, things began to turn. So pretty rough out here, pretty chilly, windy and gray. And there's apparently a bit of a cyclone to our south. We're going to have to try and stay north of that, which will perhaps put us at a point where the eclipse may only be about 5 degrees off the horizon in the morning, which is dramatically going to decrease the odds of being able to successfully observe it. But listen, we've been lucky so far, so who knows, we might get lucky and have a break in the weather and be able to still see it. So we'll see. Tomorrow is going to be a day with pretty much heavy seas, just sailing and heading towards our rendezvous with the total eclipse. So we'll give you an update. We'll hopefully get an update sometime tomorrow from the captain about what the prospects are for clear skies somewhere and an eclipse that's happening at least at some elevation above the horizon that makes it possible to observe. So anyway, from a blustery, windy and rolling sea on board the Ocean Victory, bid you good night here on December 2nd, and hopefully we'll be checking back with you tomorrow and let you know where things stand for the total eclipse. Hey, I'm back because I forgot to tell you something that I wanted to tell you, which is we're tracking this journey using a Garmin InReach device that communicates with the Iridium satellite network, global satellite network. It allows me to send messages to folks. I've been in touch, in fact, with Dale Anderson, who's one of our scientists who's currently down at Lake Untersee on the Antarctic, diving below 2 to 4 meters of ice in the frozen lakes there to study the cyanobacteria that live in vast colonies of a rather complex and extraordinary ecosystem at the bottom of that lake. In any case, you can track our progress on this journey by going to a website called share.garmin.com/eclipse 2021. And if you get that URL and type it in, it'll take you to a map of the world, and which I think you can zoom in on in pretty high resolution detail and see where we are, see where we've been, and track our progress from here. So anyway, last little update for tonight. See you tomorrow.